Okay, so how do you identify it is a proportion external transfer with a difference? How do you identify that? First, the question begin with a difference. For example, box A had 48 kilogram more rice than box B. So this is a more than statement. It tells you you must first draw a model. Okay, so this is the first hint. It's a proportion external transfer beginning with a difference. Then so this is the beginning with a difference, right? You draw a model. Every time a question that begins with a difference, you draw a model. Okay? No, don't have to ask yourself any other thing. Question yourself. When you see it, you draw a model. Okay? More than, less than, draw a model. Next, you see that there is a transfer. Transfer in this case is used. And the transfer is a proportion, 1/3. If the transfer is John used 2 kilogram, okay, then there is not a proportion transfer question. Okay, so it will be a simple question. But the question says John used 1/3. Take note, John used 1 kilogram, 3 kilogram. It's a quantity transfer question. But when the question states John used 1/3, then it is a proportion transfer question. A bit more difficult, okay? So John used 1/3 of the rice in box A. So I'm going to cut out 1/3 from box A and 1/4 of rice from box B, and I cut out 1/4 from box B because used, right? So first you do is, if you recall what the teacher tells you, you have to cut out 1/3 from box A, right? But if you want to cut out 1/3 from box A, the most common mistake people make, if you are not trained, you will cut this into 3 parts. Then you shade out this, correct? This is what, if you're not trained, you'll do that. If you do that, then it's going to be very difficult to do, because then my question is, you see, there's little part here, right? And then, but this is not equal to this, because this got extra. So it's, in a question like that, if you cut 1/3 from the entire A, you're digging yourself a hole. You cannot progress to the next step, right? So what you do? Let's clear up this one. So instead of cutting 1/3 out of the entire box A, you see that box A, the model A, has 2 parts. One part which is this, which is same as B, and one part which is 48. So I'm going to cut out 1/3 from 48 and 1/3 from here. So this is how you handle proportion transfer when there is a difference. Okay, so cut out 1/3 from here and cut out 1/3 from here. Okay, so what is 1/3 of this? Very simple, 1/3 times 48. You will get 16. So this piece is 16. Okay, but this unshaded part is not used. Okay, how much is this unused? 48 minus 16. So this is 32. Now for box A, this is not used. This is not used. This is not used. This is not used. Okay, and this 32 is used. Now let's look at box B. In box B, it says 1/4 of the rice in box B was used. John used 1/4 of rice in box B. So I need to cut out my box B into 4 parts, because it says use 1/4. So I cut out 4 parts, shade out 1. So this is used in box B, and this is unused. Any question? Any questions so far? Very important. This is your first step. Do exactly what the question tells you to do. Don't do extra. Okay? Next, you look for a common base. The common base is this. Look at this bar and this bar. They're exactly the same. Right? This bar and this bar are exactly the same. But the top part, the bar on top part of A has 3 parts. The one for B has 4 parts, but they are equal. So let's find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, which is 12. Right? Lowest common multiple of 3 and 4 is 12. So let's make both this bar into 12 units. Very simple. Each of these will be 4 units. And each of these below will be 3 units. Now you complete step 1, which is after John used 1/3 of rice in box A and 1/4 of rice in box B. Now, the next thing you do is redraw. Make an effort to redraw. Okay? Redraw means you redraw what is left. You have already used up all the shaded part, so the unshaded part is what is left. So I'm going to redraw the unshaded part. For A, I'm left with 8 units and 32, right? 8 units, 4 plus 4, 8 units, and then 32. And for B, I'm left with 9 units. Now, before I draw the 9 units, you must ask yourself this question. Is B longer than A? Or is it shorter? Got to be sure. How to know? Read the question. It says box A had 17 kilogram more rice than box B. So in the end, A must be more than B. So A got to be longer than B. So I will draw a model for B, which is slightly shorter, and that will represent 1, 2, 3, or is 9 units. 3 units times 3. Any question? If you've got a question, put in the chat. Okay, so this is left. So what did they say about the left? It says that the difference is 17 kilograms. So this has to be 17 kilograms. All right. Now from the model, you can see if I use 9 units minus 8 units, the difference is here, 1 unit. And the 1 unit is equal to 32 minus 17. Any question? Any question? So you got 1 unit equal to 15, right? Read the question again. How much rice was there in box A at first? At first, A is this whole thing, from here all the way, look at the model, look at my cursor, all this is at first. Okay? Which is 12 units plus 48. Okay, include the shaded parts. At first, include the shaded parts. 12 units plus 48. So 12 units is equal to 12 times 15, 180, plus 48, 228. Any question? You have no question? Give me your answer to question number 2. Everybody. You're correct. No, it's not 15. It's not 30. Oh, no, wait. It is correct. Cheryl, William, you're correct. Jaden, you're correct. Audrey, you're correct.
Is it 30 letters?
30 is correct. Ching Pong is correct. Anybody else? So I hope you understand what I just taught you. Very important. You just do it systematically. Kaden, you're correct. It's not 85.2. Jordan, you're correct. Kennis, you're correct. Okay, let's continue. So container X had 36 liter more juice than container Y. So this is more than, I will draw a model. X is longer than Y by 36 liters. Now, proportion transfer. 1/3 of the orange juice in X and half of the orange juice in Y were used. Let's do X first. 1/3 of X is used. So there's two parts to X. Let's cut out the first part. 1/3, I'll break the first part into 3 equal portion. I shade out 1. This the used, 1/3 used. Now look at the other portion. 36, 1/3 of 36 is used. Okay, this is 1/3, roughly. 1/3 times 36, you get 12. So 12 liters is used. And what's left? 36 minus 12, 24. So, okay, that's container X. Now, let's look at container Y, okay? Let's go at container Y. Half of the orange juice in container Y were used. So this is container Y. Half means I'll cut my container Y into two equal parts. I'll shade away one of it. Now, this is almost complete. Let's make the common base equal. So the common base is here, 3 parts and 2 parts. The lowest common multiple of 3 and 2 is 6. Okay, so let's make them into 6 units. This will be 2 units each, make 6. Below, there's two parts, so each will be 3 units. That makes 6 units also. Now, the shaded part is used. The unshaded part is left. I'm going to redraw the model to show what is left. Container X is left with 4 units and 24. Okay, 4 units and 24. Container Y is left with 3 units. So 3 units is certainly shorter than this, because these are really 4 units. Now let's read the question again. Container X had 29 liters more than container Y. So container X had 29 liters more than container Y. So the difference is 29. So from this model, you can see that the difference between 4 units and 3 units is here. And this 1 unit is also equal to 29 minus 24. And it's equal to 5. So 1 unit is equal to 5. Read the question again. What does the question want? The question is asking how much orange juice was there in container Y at first. At first, container Y is 6 units, which include the shaded part. So 3 units plus 3 units is 6 units. So 6 times 5. 30 liters. Any question? Any question? Okay. Now, give me answer to question number 3, everybody. Okay, I see. Yuk, very good. Caden, good. Jordan, good. It's not 360. Jaden, correct. Audrey, correct. Shara, okay. It's not 496. It's not 496. It's not 880. Ching Tong, you're correct. And what is that, Audrey? It's not 570. It's Lauren Chiu, you're correct. Good job, ma. Those who didn't get it, I think you need to try again, no? You must try again. Got it? Those who didn't get your answer correct, you must try again and redraw the model. Draw the model and try again. Practice drawing the model. That's the only way you can get it right. If the question ever comes out again. Okay, don't just do this question and go on and forget about it. You shouldn't. So William, you're correct. So let's do this. Those who are wrong, please pay attention. So there were 52 men, there are 52 more men than women. So I'm going to draw 52 more men than women. Candice, you're correct now. Good job, Candice. William, you're correct. Those who are wrong, try again. Now, half of the men, meaning if I look at the men, there's 2 portions. The first portion I'll cut into 2 parts because half of the men, the first half of the men, so one of these 2 parts is I'll shade away because they left. And then 52, half of the men left. So this 52 I shall divide it by 2 or times half. 52 times half is 26. So 26 left. You are left behind 26. Now let's look at the woman. It says 3/5 of the woman left. So the woman must be divided into 5 parts. 3/5 left. Now, next step is I need to find the common base. So this is the man, 2 parts, and this is the woman, 5 parts. They are supposed to be equal. So the lowest common multiple of 2 and 5 is 10. Easy. Let's make both of them 10 units. 5 units here, each will give you 10 units. Over here, each part I give 2 units. I'll get 10 units as well. Now, the shaded is the man and woman who left. The unshaded is the people who remains. Let's redraw the model of the people who remain. The man is left with 5 units plus 26. The woman is left with 4 units. Okay, the question says there were 88 more men than women. So the difference here is 88. Now let's compare. You see, the difference between 5U and 4U is here, okay, this portion, 1U. And 1U, look at the model again, is actually the difference between 88 and 26. So 1U is 62. Any question? Any question? Ashley, you're correct. Okay, so 1U is 62. Now read the question. How many women were there at first? Women at first is 10 units. If the question asks how many women were left, there's 4 units. How many men were left? It will be 5 units plus 26. Okay, so got to be careful. Read the question carefully. It's not always asking the total. It can be what is left. So, women at first will be 10 units. Okay, 10 times 62, and that's the answer. Any question? More practices. This kind of question, the more practice you have, the better you will become, okay? Okay, question number 4. Let's see. Let's see who got the answer. Not bad, not bad. Yuk, you're correct. Caden, correct. It's not 102. It's not 102. William, correct. Kennis, you're right this time. Ashlyn, correct. It's not 150. Jaden, Melody, you're correct. It's not 252. It's not 44. It's not 150. Audrey, you're correct. Braden, correct. More answers. Okay. Now let's look at this. The amount of flour in box A was 51 kilograms more than box B. Again, more than, I'm going to draw a model. A is 51 more than B. Okay. Next, Yenny used 1/3 in B. So it's in A, 1/3 in A. So 1/3, there's 2 portions in A. I'll cut out the first portion to 3 parts, shade 1/3. 51 is the other portion. I'll cut out 1/3 of 51. 1/3 times 51 gives you 17. And so this is the portion that is used. Unused is here. How much is it? 51 minus 17. 34. So the unshaded part of A is unused. Now let's look at B. 2/3 of the flour in B is used, meaning B must be divided into 3 parts. 2/3 here. So now, 3 and 3. So nothing further need to be done. Their common base is equal. Okay, 3 and 3 is same. So units here are the same. So now let's redraw what is left. A is 2 units plus 34. B is 1 unit. Okay, the question says, in the end, box A is still had 50 kilograms more than B. So the difference is 50 kilograms. From the model, you can see 1 unit is 50 minus 34. 16. Now, what's the question? How much flour was there in box A at first? At first, A has 3 units plus 51. 3 units plus 51. At first, include the shaded parts. Okay, don't exclude the shaded parts. If you exclude the shaded part, you will be in the end. Okay, the question is asking for at first. So it's 3 units plus 51. 3 units is 3 times 16, 48. Plus 51, 99. Very good.